We get to +1 here. Oh no. We have a negate already. Should take the land. Have 8 lands. No, all we need is 7. Greedy Guts, HGG. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thanks for taking the time to support the channel. Make sure to like the video right now before we get into anything. It helps pay the bills and it keeps me doing this. Of course, you can support through the Patreon as well. That and more found within the link tree link description below, or just give it a Google. And of course, reward yourself for all this effort. Subscribe to the channel and you'll be entered in to win up to 500,000 gems. And at 35,000 subs, we'll be giving away a complete rare playset to the D&D expansion that just came out, which is exciting. So tell your friends to get in on it as well. Today, we'll be playing with Dimir Dragon Control. We have Iymrith and Mordenkainen, pardon my pronunciation on that, but these cards are very, very good. We combine this with what was already a super, super strong control deck within Dimir colors, blue and black. And, you know, this is definitely the future. So buckle up, get ready, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. All right, Dragon Control. Mirror style, 60 card best of 1, 3.5 average mana value, 4 creatures, 32 non-creatures with 24 lands, right? Very basic. And we have the new Planeswalker, which, woof, look at this dog here. It's a lot better than I thought it would. And this is my first time playing with it. For 6 mana, 5 loyalty when he enters play, +2, draw 2 cards, and then put a card from your hand into the bottom of your library. This is nice because you're not milling yourself on accident. -2, create a dog illusion creature token with this creature's power and toughness is equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. That's incredible, right? So this dog is no joke. It's very strong. -10, exchange your hand and library, then shuffle. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. So the only downside to this is you'll need to have enough cards in your hand to put in your library, and think of them not as cards to draw to win the game with, because you'll have all of those from your library already, but they're turns to take, right? If you put 5 cards back into your library, you have 5 turns to win the game now, right? Because when you are out of, you know, draw, you lose. So just keep that in mind. There is a downside to it, but it's very easy to get around, and the value that it gives you far outweighs the consequence unless you have an empty hand, right? But if you have 4 or 5 cards in your hand, there's no way you lose. And you know, definitely look forward to seeing more Mordenkainen in the standard 2022 meta. Let's talk about some of the new cards we've added in the deck before we get into the rest of the goods. Iymrith, Desert Doom for 5. It's a 5/5 with flying, ward 4 as long as it's untapped, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. If you have less than 3 cards in your in your hand, you will draw the difference, which is really nice. So a very good draw engine. It's a good blocker, and you can actually get some combat damage in eventually when you know your opponent doesn't have any removal on it, or you have your own counter magic to protect you, which is nice. 4 copies of You Find the Villain's Lair for 3 instant speed. Choose 1 counter target spell, or draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. This is really nice because, you know, it's your classic counter spell for 3, but if you don't need to counter spell, it also allows you to sift through your library as well, getting rid of things that you might not need for the match. Maybe it's another control matchup and you don't need the creature removal, right? You just need the counter spells. You just need the land, you know, or use it as the counter spell. So this is very, very good in my opinion, and I think we'll see a lot of it as well. That's really all we have in the deck that's new, other than Hall of the Storm Giants, a land that enters in tapped unless it was one of your first 2 played. You can tap it. You can't. Don't tap it. You can tap it for an island, but you can pay 6 to have it become a 7/7 with ward 3. So it's 7 total to have it be able to attack or defend without tapping itself. You might learn that lesson the hard way. And this is just very good. It's a great Great land in a control deck. Kind of filling in the gaps now with what we already know is amazing. 2 copies of Professor Onyx, 6 mana, 5 loyalty, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy instant or sorcery, gain 2 life, they lose 2 life. +1, you lose 1 life, look at the top 3, 1 into your hand, other 2 into your graveyard. -3, each opponent sacrifices the greatest powered creature that they control, and -8, each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Repeat this process 6 more times, which is just lethal damage. Let's be honest, right? That's unless they have a Mordenkainen in hand, that's gonna get them. So, you know, that is where we want to go with the deck, right? We want to get the Planeswalkers out, we want to get the Dragon out, and the rest is just control. So we have 4 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst for 1 mana, 2 mana value less creatures and Planeswalkers get destroyed. If you kick it for an additional 3, it doesn't matter about their mana value, so that's nice. It's early game removal on par, and it will even remove anything you really need late game. We have 2 copies of Disdainful Stroke, counter target spell, mana value 4 or greater for 2 at instant speed. Jwari Disruption, counter target spell unless they pay 1 for 2. It's also the ruins as a land in tapped if we choose. 2 copies of Negate, counter target non-creature spell, instant speed for 2. 2 copies of Flunk, instant speed for 2. Target creature gets -X until the end of turn, where X is 7 minus the number of cards that that creature's controller has in their hand. 2 copies of Divide by 0, instant speed for 3. Return target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand and learn. We've got the sideboard available for you guys as well. We talked about the Lair. 2 copies of the Hagra Mauling, instant speed, destroy target creature for 4, 1 less to cast if they control no basic lands, which is becoming less relevant every day with no triomes, etc. 4 copies of Baleful Mastery, exile target creature or planeswalker at instant speed for 4 mana. We can cast it at the student cost for 2, but then our opponent gets to draw a card. And of course, 4 copies of Shadow's Verdict for 5, exiling all creatures and planeswalkers from the field and the graveyard with mana value 3 or less. The lands are in here, of course, and the sideboard must have got bumped because there is 1 card missing here, and you're going to get a laugh. Environmental Sciences. I went looking for it twice today, and it wasn't there. And I seen that we were at 6 out of 7, so I'm pretty sure it just got bumped. I've added it now for you guys, so that's going to help you find the land for your Shadow's Verdict, for the Doom if you need. Of course, you have the Transformation. You can shut down one of their blockers if that's a scenario, or you can, you know, buff something up of yours. Not that you have anything to buff. Really, I don't really think that this card belongs, but I was just filling it with fun stuff. I doubt you'll ever use this. Yeah. So that is there. And what else did we have? Environmental Sciences for the land, Teaching for the draw, Prophecy for the draw, Exhibition to go wide late game, and Confront the Past to bring the walkers back from the grave as well. So really, that's all you need. It's going to get you through the dirty. Maya is going to take over now and play some matches. Of course, I'm going to take off. You know, she's the pilot today. Of course, we'll be back to wrap up with our final thoughts after that. Thanks for watching the deck tech portion of the video. Make sure to like the video. It helps. You know, I know it sounds redundant every day, like the video, but it is actually what drives growth in the channel. So do this as a priority. And of course, you know, if you just want to pay us monthly, join the Patreon, right? We definitely love that. And subscribe to the channel to win the cards. You guys get it. Of course, if it's your first time, check it out in the Discord. And we will be back to wrap up after Maya finishes tearing it up. Big Mac in the house. Maya's also in the house, as always. Get revved up, girl. Get revved up, girl. Get it. Woohoo! Sometimes I can get her going pretty good. And lots of lands. Islands are more threatening than swamps, so we play that. Maybe they've got an unsummon. Oh, I wish I did. This is gonna be nice, though. Mind your manners, no yelling. She just yelled right at me. I don't know if you guys heard that through the mic or not. Woof. Just quit talking about me. How about that? Or else we're gonna have a problem, you and I. Big Mac in the house. Double pack leader, double draw. Are you kidding me? It's just too good. So we'll pass, and I think we're just killing it. Let's just kill it now before they draw. Please and thank you. Because you never know what they have in hand with that green mana that untaps. Could be Snakeskin Veil. So let's take it now. I learned that lesson a couple videos ago. Take it when you can get it. So there's no pack leader bullshit here, at least. We do have that black source. And we can counter their next play if it's above 3 CMC. Or we can discard to draw 2. Let's just counter it. You know, we don't need 2 of them in play. We get the draw. One of them goes up. It's the draw that I'm worried about. And I hope they play another creature here. No. We're still getting hit for 5, though, is the thing. Right, we're down to 1. Faceless Haven made aggro decks great again. Without a doubt. Aggro decks are unreal right now because of Faceless Haven. Even if you get lucky, right? I found the wipe. I dealt with their board state. They tapped their Haven. They could have had us down to 1. Five isn't gonna hurt anything. You know, they still go around us. They have lethal here. Well, not actually. Down to 1 again. Right, they tap the 2 cats. The 4/4 comes out. The land comes out. No Haven. We deal with the 2 cats and this thing. We have to trade with the chariot. Sucks. Another verdict off the top, and we're dead to the Haven. Right? There literally is no out to this. Good game. Do you want to see if it was there? Let's look for a verdict. Just for fun. Just for fun. Do we find another? No.
One must first know.
Absolutely not, HGG. Ugh, Faceless Haven. Cool card. Going first. Land looks pretty bad, so we toss it. Well, this is better. We throw away our counter spell. Feels bad, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We'll divide by 0. Environmental Science for our second black source. Negate is up. They're just gonna play creatures, it doesn't matter. Mono red, doing the dirty. Probably as effectively as it ever has. So, we can push something back to their hand. I'll allow it. Right, hopefully what we push costs 3 mana, and then we're getting equal value, and we learn. Which again is still equal value, because we're spending a spell to have a spell. You jerk. Alright, well, we'll push this back still. They must just have burn. Right? It's instant speed stuff. They make some goblins. What? I've lost my mind. I'm sure... Well, I'm gonna have to change this. I guess we'll take the draw. How many cards do they have in their hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be hard because this is in our hand. We get the land, that helps. And then we play this, we go down to 4, they have 5. Drawing 2. Actually not the worst, we find our second swamp. Maybe there's hope for us. I'm sure I had environmental sciences in this board though. Hey Maya, silly human, you're mixing your decks up, you do too many of them. Watch me on the wheel instead. And then you don't know how many goblins you're getting smashed by. I mean, it hurts, and we just can't afford to leave it hurt any longer. So we do clear the token out as well, which is really nice. We potentially have a doggo next turn. Huh. A little bit of damage. Just Shadow's Verdict, so I don't want to make the dog. I'd rather +2.
Maintaining balance requires insight.
Throw the Negate, actually, if you can believe it. Because we have 2 of them. And they might want to go after Mordenkainen. 7/7, or not 7/7, but 7 loyalty Planeswalker. No haste there, at least. But we still get hit for 3 damage. Minimum. Okay, perfect. Clear the field. See, and I can find Shadow's Verdict at will. Doomscar, on the other hand, nope. You do not get that. If we grab a big hand, that would be pretty cool.
The entire multiverse is
Put the swamp back. Or even the copy of him could have gone back. And we have an emergency exile if we need, right? If they pull some crazy thing with haste. You know, we go to 11 and then we're minusing 10. Which is like pretty crazy. Just grab everything. We'll only get so many draws, but I don't think we'll really need that many. No, we would need a few. There's no All-Run's Epiphany in this version. But if you ran that with All-Run, you just grab all 4 copies in your hand, just loop them together. That'd be crazy! In another video, we'll do it. Yeah, let's just take our turn. Land goes out, let's plus it up.
The entire multiverse is my library.
Let's flunk it out. And I think we're fine. Like, this is total control. We have more instant speed removal in hand. We are good to go. The dragon in play here as well is going to keep our hand nice and full. And we can actually get their health points down quite nicely here. It would give us access to everything. And we would have... Well, let's attack first. Draw the cards. Right, we'll draw one. And that basically gives us an... Oh, it's a Shadow's Verdict, though. I have to just use it. Sadly, I have to just use it. We'll plus instead.
Leave me be. I'm
I guess we should hold the negate. The dragon can go. End our turn. And I love how they go to the bottom of our library. That's very good. That +2 ability's hot. Charger. We can flunk so it doesn't deal any damage. Let's hit for another 5. And why not? Just for the memes. Woof.
No spell
We didn't
eludes
need
me.
this to win. But now that it's here, we have all of our mana. It's a 3 CMC. Before they just concede. Let's fry it. It's too hard to see things, right? I wish it would sort all the land to the side. Let's just hold up counter magic. A Javelineer, hey? There we go, that's a counter spell. Gotcha. There's so many cards that you can't even look at them, right? It's just like, please don't scoop, I gotta find the right card. That's a pretty neat Planeswalker. That's actually the first time I've ever used it, and the first time I used it, ultimate ability, easy. It's a good sign. Going first with pretty terrible land, so it's gonna be a mulligan from me. Keeping 6. Throwing the Planeswalker. The dragon's cheaper. And we're off to the races. Islands, I feel, are more threatening untapped than swamps, so we play it first. We're just chilling. Next turn, this is an island for the counter. Player class in play, that's fine. Straight chillin'. Huh. Do I care about this at all? I don't know, so let's be cautious. Hopefully we can find our 5th land. Ooh, that's good. Only -3 with Flunk right now. I say dragon first. The ward ability just protects it by default because they only have 4 mana. And I don't care about the Valkyrie at all. +5 is insane though with Cleric class. This is where it turns. From intriguing to wowzers. And we'll draw a card. Play the land. Pass our turn. That feels like good value. 3rd Valkyrie? Whoa! Now that is insano in the braino. -3. Take another draw, why not? Deck seems pretty good. What do you think, Maya? She's like, yeah, it's worth a couple laps. We get another land and play cool, and it's the boss mode land. We're hitting for 13 next turn, plus 2 from the thing was 15 lethal next turn. That was a very aggressive control deck. Wow. Going first is cool, and it actually doesn't look bad. We have short-term protection. We have some, you know, more mid-range protection in that late game. Well, this will be late game. This is more that mid-range. Again, islands, more threatening in my opinion. I like to play it first. If it doesn't matter, of course. Stroke is irrelevant, right? It's only countering 4 and above. They're in tapped. Walker goes in hands. And now that threatens a hard counter with a double island. Let's go in full control, just so they... Oh, they just passed. Doesn't matter. 4th land in play. I just want them to think we have a counter on the first thing they play. Well, actually, we won't need it because we have Divide by 0. It's going to hold up anyways. No land. Ouch. Well, that's not good. Oh, there it is. Thankfully. They're playing pretty slow as well. I don't care for that. They have blood on the snow. And they have counter magic. Nah, you go. We have to discard if we don't play. I tried to get around it. Guaranteed there's just a counter here. Oh, I like that card. And now we're down, and they'll need to play a threat and be able to protect it. I don't doubt that they can. I just felt bad about discarding something. Like, they're going to play Onyx, be tapped out, and we can just Slayer. Or we could have just countered it. I don't think either really matters much.
I have impeccable study habits.
But that's supposed to be Baleful Mastery. I honestly mistook the two.
I'm taking the day off.
Oh, man. That was a misclick. As you can understand. Whoops! Let's see if we can pull out a win even with that. It didn't help us. We gave him a free draw is what we did, and now we don't have a counterspell up because we could have had Stroke and Negate up. So let's see how we get punished for that. Looks like we don't. Other than the draw they got. I still am... My life. It's not a threat. Let's keep these counters for threats. We need to make up for some value here. Right, we're behind a little bit. They're down to 36. We're at 44, so... You know, maybe there's hope somewhere. These Bloodchief's Thirsts are nice. The Stroke is nice. The Negate, the Divide, the Mastery. Our hand looks excellent. We just gave them some draw. They're going to get some more draw here, it looks like. Stack up those counter spells. I mean, eventually they will outpace us if they continue down this journey. But let's exile the Planeswalkers, right? So Blood on the Snow is useless. And then we don't have to counter it. Little things like this. If we can, you know, get that kind of value going. 7's not enough to play this with a negate. They're just drawn away, man. Woo-wee. Let's draw City over there. It's like they used the ultimate ability. Toss away one Thirst. Not ideal. It's our best card, though. We stroke it. And then they're going to counter our counter. Right? Nice little negate. And we'll negate their negate. Alright. It's not great. Or we should have let negate hit ours and then Baleful Mastery'd it. We get ours in play now because of it.
You can't even comprehend what I'll do to you.
We know they have plenty of removal. I still think we -2. And we force the removal, right?
I can create your doom in dog form.
Easy to remove. Right, 1 mana. Boom! Got him! We have an emergency exile available.
I'll be in my tower. Don't follow me.
Okay, they deal with our Planeswalker. $28 cards in their library. We're at 41. Kill the creature. Take a scry 2. Maybe these are also poison in the cups. That land is nice. Poison the cup is instant speed, though. And that hurts us because it can just snag the land. Oh well. It's a good thing we have 40 cards left in our library. 20 life still. What's their kill command? They have the giants as well. Okay, so ward 3 on this friggin' thing, hey? That's cool. So we have 8. If we pay 2, and then we nuke their counterspell back to their hand, that's 5. And we have to pay 3 for 8. So they're going to get a draw here. Just in case. They have, you know, a counterspell. They should make us pay the ward ability first, because if they counter it and we didn't have anything, then we wouldn't have to pay that ability. So they need to let this resolve first. Sure thing. Here comes the counterspell. We bounce, saw it coming. Back to their hand. And we learn. We view our battlefield, look at the grave. We have that Planeswalker in there for 6 mana. We have 9 available. Go to our browser. Exhibition or Confront the Past. Woo-wee! Exhibition might be good. It forces multiple pieces of removal. Oh, they had a Jwari Disruption. No attacks. We go Exhibition or Doom. Oh my gosh. Of course, we could just swing in and hit for 7. We seen that they had, you know, Shadow's Verdict. They have Crippling Sphere, so there's more of those. So I say go Dragon. Just so we don't get wiped by a Verdict. And maybe we should have taken Confront the Past instead of Exhibition. We only have 1 Verdict, 1 Fear, so I would assume there's 2 of each. Oh, and more Blood on the Snows.
Oh, look, another task.
Ouch.
Heal.
Okay, so this is very bad for us. I think they just got the upper hand here. The Blood on the Snow is really good. Resolve that. Now I think we just fry it and try to kick this, but they're going to -2 that again. Oh my god, that's frustrating. Kill their walker. Nope. Wow. A lot of counter spells in that bad boy, huh? 16 damage. They just need to draw 2 more cards, and they have lethal. I guess they have to discard 1 here, so it'll be 3 more cards in total they need to draw. With spending 1, which would be 4 total. It's not possible. Raven's Lore draws 3 for 1. So now they need another card that draws 1. Or 2. A card that draws 2. Right, because the card that draws will cost 1. Whoa. That's a lot of damage. And, you know, they've got a full hand here. Woof, woof, baby. This Spirit Dog. We just need the chump blockers. If there's a counterspell, they win. There always is, man. There always is, man. Good game, though. I actually had a lot of fun there in a what seemed to be a very close mirror match. We are on the draw. Storm Giants in hand. Thank you very much. I think I'll use Disruption as a counter. Mono green can suck it. I'm going to fry whatever you play. No, I might leave it and try to just get to the verdict. Interesting. Well, now we have the counter. We don't even have to kill it. What you got? We really want to counter things more powerful than this. Okay, so they're getting around disruption. Smart. We still try to kill it. You know, don't let things steamroll. Just nip them in the butt. Counter the Snakeskin Veil. We kill the pack leader. It's their turn. We're totally tapped. No counterspell. They play a 1-drop. That's very good. They're taking it easy. We pass our turn. We might draw 2, discard 2 if it's not a threat. They're just tapping. Okay, absolutely. Pass our turn. Verdict is active, but we want to get more than just 1 card. Rangers class out. Makes the wolf. Rangers class goes in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could just flunk the Shambler. Or take the damage. I think take the damage. That Rangers class is going to be a problem. I think, admittedly, that Rangers class... Ooh, this is a problem. Nice. Alright. They gain quite a bit of life there. Let's pass our turn. We do have the mastery to slay it, no matter what. Let's see what else comes down the barrel here. We have to kill it now. They could have a veil. They had one earlier. And then it's like just hopefully no haste, right? Hopefully they don't have another haste creature. We flunk it. Because we could just flunk it. Force them to have haste. That's my decision. Could be a fight effect to a Planeswalker as well. It's not haste. Good news. Learn's great. We get to +1 here. Oh no. We have a negate already. We should take the land. Have 8 land. No, all we need is 7. Greedy guts, HGG. Who said you could do that? So they're gonna have 3 cards in hand. I guess we'll just trade with it unless they have fight effect that they're willing to pay for. Holding up Flunk Again, it only does 3 damage right now. We also have Negate for the Exhibition, which they're 2 mana away from, so that's not a threat yet. So we make them pay the ward 4, right? And then we negate it. We gain 2 life, deal 2 damage. We take their creature out. 1 damage. No! Oh, right to another dragon. Or, better yet, what's more valuable than... Well, this is actually really good because it draws. But, cancel. They're out of here. They're here. Oh, beating the mono green deck. That feels good, right? Gotta love that. Some good planeswalkers here, you guys. A little expensive, but... Dimir. It's always been pretty dirty, let's be honest. Going first, yeah, I mean, Shadow's Verdict is here. There's a little bit of removal, some protection, and then our dragon to find some more land, so I'll allow it. Iymrith kind of reminds me of Maya. I'm going to be honest, you guys. What do you think? Is she that ferocious? Probably far more. Okay, Shadow's Verdict is going to be really cool. We need a secondary black source, though. Keep with the times. Don't let them go wide. Yeah. Just kind of snuff their first turn. It gives you a little bit of breathing room, right? Because now it's not 2 damage, and then next turn 3 damage, and still other things. Double Code Spell. It's not a black source either. And I didn't fix the sideboard. I didn't put environmental sciences in. I didn't think I'd need it, but I guess for you guys, we're going to put one in, right? And for myself as well, let's be honest. That's twice now. I'm like, ooh, environmental sciences. What do we have for 4 mana? They have less cards than us. We can scry 2 and draw. Then they're going to cast this the turn after. I'm going to negate it. And then we're not dealing with it later. It's just dealt with. We can take some damage. Black source? Yeah! Cool. Cool. We can't return the Haven. It has 0 mana value. So that really sucks. Bounce the Cleric. We could try to shut it down. The dragon blocks it too. And this is sorcery speed, so we can't actually do that on the Haven. That won't work. I'm going to take the draw. Big hit. Straight to the dragon, and then the Haven can't attack. Right? They're going to play some more creatures because the Haven can't attack. We pick up an answer for the Haven as well. Extra good. Cleric in is the first spell. Awkward. The hole doesn't hit anything. Awkward. The hole needed to go in first before the cleric. Oh my gosh. Let's just take it. A little bit of a misplay by them. right? The Cleric needs to be the second spell. So they should have went Hole and then Code Spell Cleric. If we attack here, they hit with the land, but I'd rather take the draw. 5 damage. That's nice, and we get to pick up a cool Baleful Mastery. I honestly don't mind. The Regiment is in just for the learn. And now, as soon as they try to activate that Faceless Haven, we're just going to snag it. Easy. This deck feels like really good, and I can't put my thumb on it really, but it's doing work. I guess we're going to kill this for 1. Right, let's get out of here, silly token. We still have Baleful Mastery, and we get a draw. Wow. Ending our turn. We're all set up here. Easy lethal in 2. And here comes the scoop. Nice. So, I really like the deck. It's performing really nicely. Let's break it down with our final thoughts and review where we'll go with it from here. Alright, what do you guys think? How did Maya do? Was she an alright pilot? You know, I know you couldn't see her doing it, but she actually gets behind me and just sinks her claws in. And it's just, must work those nerve endings. And she just puppeteers me. There's nothing I can do. Crazy. Cat powers. Now she's back to her wheel. She's like, you do the talking, human. I don't want to do that part. I think the deck was great. Environmental Sciences has been added, as you've seen in the intro. You get a good laugh on that. And I think it was always there because we're at 6 out of 7. It's not like I forgot to. It's an integral part of many, many decks that learn. So the deck's great. How can we improve it in the future? I think there's probably some big brain ideas from you guys. As far as my own thoughts and opinions, maybe Snowlands, Haven, Blood on the Snow, that's a route we can take. If not, I think that this is good enough, right? This felt very, very good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, thank you all for your time and attention. Like the video to help support my channel's growth. Subscribe to the channel to get in on the contests and giveaways. And definitely check out the link tree to support through the Patreon. Get into the community Discord. And, you know, I've also got some Spotify music there if you're just looking to jam out. Enjoy, have a magical day, and we'll see you soon in the next.